They say if you can't beat them, join them. But what if the people you're trying to beat stole your home? What then, huh? You gonna join them inside the house they stole? Well, as it turns out, somebody did just that. What? Let's discuss. Yo, how you feeling? Welcome to another edition of According to Lamar. I'm Lamar. Hope you're feeling well. Hope your mind, body, and spirit is well. And if not, I hope it gets better for you. Remember, there's a lot of reasons to feel stressed right now, but I hope you finding things that make you feel blessed right now. Yes! Now let's get into the story. A Chicago homeowner turned a couple unwanted guests into some unwanted roommates when he moved in with two alleged squatters who had taken over his house and refused to leave. Marco Velasquez was gearing up to sell his property to a potential buyer in the city's South Side neighborhood. Unfortunately for him, he received some troubling news from his realtor regarding some unwanted guests inside.
I couldn't believe it. It was like a nightmare.
Alleged squatter Charmaine C. Powell and boyfriend Cordero T. Dorsey moved in claiming that they had recently purchased the property. Allegedly, when the police arrived, the couple showed them this mortgage document. But the county says that they don't have this mortgage on record.
I beg your pardon?
Now, Velasquez's realtor recorded a video of the couple actually arguing with the police about their right to be there. Roll them!
Y'all bogus right now. I listen, bro.
And here's where things really get spicy. Because it was at this point where police told Vasquez that under current Illinois law, it ain't much they could do. That's right. Under current Illinois law, police cannot remove any suspected squatters unless the homeowner goes through a months-long eviction process.
Hey, bro, come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
New legislation, SB 1563, is making its way through the State House. It would allow the immediate removal of any alleged squatters if the rightful homeowner can prove that the property is theirs. Bill, rightfully named Squatters Bill, has bipartisan backing from the state, Senate, and House. But as of right now, authorities are limited on what they can do because of city laws. Worst thing happened when police told me they couldn't do anything, and it had to go to civil court, Velasquez said. So what did my good Hispanic brethren decide to do? Take him to court? Move out? Fight him? No. He decided to grab his wife, some friends, a few air mattresses, and a couple brewskis and had themselves a little get-together at the house with the alleged squatters.
I said I'm not moving out, and I said at the one point they gotta leave. They gotta get tired of us being in the property. I called a couple of friends, stay overnight, and I knew they were not gonna like that.
So you're telling me that you and your friends came in and moved in with them?
Yes. We stayed in the living room. We were watching all the time the door. They stayed in one of the bedrooms.
A great plan. Probably good enough to send the average person packing. But these squatters had a dream.
They're like, oh, well, we want $8,000.
Huh?
That's right. $8,000 to leave a house they never owned, rented, or belonged in to begin with. Velasquez ended up negotiating. He had the couple sign a cash for key agreement, and in exchange, he'd pay them $4,300 to leave. Personally, I wouldn't have gave him but Velasquez ain't want no hateration or holleration up in this dancery. That's right, he wanted no more drama. And that's word to Mary J. Blige.
We wouldn't want to give them money, but we heard, really bad stories about squatters taking over properties 6, 8, 10 months, even a year. I heard stories before about squatters. I never thought it was going to happen to me.
Oh, but the plot thickens. Because just weeks later, Chicago PD called Velasquez to inform him that one of the alleged squatters, Charmaine C. Powell, was just under arrest about a month ago for the same thing.
What?
Allegedly, Charmaine squatted in Marcia and Carlton Lee's home after they left their property, but she was later arrested and charged with burglary, forgery, obstructing identification, and criminal residential trespassing. Now, Velasquez is working with a detective in the hopes that justice will be served to his case as well. Now, as far as Charmaine goes, she claims that the allegations that she's a squatter are completely false, and she's innocent until proven guilty.
I beg your pardon?
Ma'am,
I beg your pardon?
Do you know what guilty means? Because I'm sure they found you guilty when they found you at them people's houses, not once, but 2 times. Now see, it ain't like people ain't see you do something. They saw you in their house. And see, this is why Mr. Velasquez is better than me. Because I wouldn't have gave him a dime. I had the right plan by staying the night, but I would have stayed there until they left. Not only that, but I would have made it really uncomfortable for them. First, cut the electricity. Second, cut the water and heating. Third, pump up the volume. I'm talking loud music all night long. Sorry to my neighbors, but they gotta learn a lesson. That's right, this place about to sound like a 24-hour quinceañera. And if all else fails, but yeah, back to old girl. Yeah, you and your man gots to go. Got the nerve to be out here looking and acting like the thieves from Friday After Next.
I appreciate what y'all did, because these cockroaches would have cleaned me out this season.
Y'all better stop playing with these folks before you get cut, or worse. But I'm gonna advise y'all to do something. If you really want to secure a house, keep it up. Won't be long until you in a big house with pretty bars and stainless steel toilets. Either that or a nice cozy apartment 6 feet deep. So I suggest you quit while you're ahead, because the only difference between a squatter and a wounded intruder is the owner's reaction. If you feel what I'm saying.
Yes!
Thanks for watching another edition of According to Lamar. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know how you feel in the comments. Man, them folks bold, ain't they? I would have never did something like that, ever did something like that. But let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Like, do y'all agree with them or do y'all agree with the homeowners? You know where I'm siding with this one. But leave it in the comments. Till next time, guys, my name is Lamar, and I appreciate you for watching. Peace.